In the tiny West Texas town of Iran, the drumming begins 2 hours before game time, echoing off the nearby hills and mesas. A dozen or so fans of the Iran High Braves pound on tom-toms, one loud beat followed by 3 lighter ones, over and over. The sound carries across town, drawing more fans, many wearing war paint and carrying homemade spears. By kickoff, close to 800 of Iran's 1,200 citizens are packed into the stadium, the roar almost deafening. The 90-member Big Red Marching Band launches into the school fight song, and the 6 varsity cheerleaders turn backflips. In Iran, Friday night football is the one thing we live for, says Clara Greer, editor of the weekly Iran News. In the fall of 2007, the Braves were led by 4 good-looking kids, each a star in their own right. Because of their gridiron exploits, the Braves advanced to the state playoffs, sparking talk of a state championship. The 4 boys were treated like celebrities, with older men nodding appreciatively and children asking for autographs. But in early December, the Braves faltered in the regional playoff game against the Nazareth Swifts, losing 24-17. 6 days later, on the first free Friday night since the season began, the 4 boys met at the Old House Cafe. They climbed into a pickup and made the loop around town, ending up at the high school baseball stadium. Spotting deer in the outfield, the boys jumped out of the truck and gave chase, cornering 2 deer in a bullpen. They retrieved makeshift weapons and returned to the bullpen, where they began swinging at the panicking deer. Within minutes, the 4 football stars had bashed in the deer's heads and drove away, leaving the deer twitching in the grass. A school maintenance worker discovered the dead animals on Sunday morning, prompting an investigation. Rumors flew through town, but an anonymous tip led authorities to the 4 football stars. To the warden's astonishment, the boys immediately confessed, saying they couldn't explain their actions. Each teenager received 2 misdemeanor citations and was placed on a 5-month probationary period. School officials decreed that the boys spend the remainder of the semester in a disciplinary alternative education program. The incident was briefly covered by local media, but it soon caught the attention of the Associated Press and PETA. PETA declared the boys genuine threats to society, sparking a national media firestorm. Thousands of letters and emails demanded harsher punishment, comparing the boys to serial killers. Critics attacked Iran as a backward, football-crazed town that cared more about the Braves than justice. Some residents defended the boys, saying deer were a nuisance and the boys had learned their lesson. Others were horrified, feeling the boys needed counseling to prevent future violence. In mid-March, a committee decided the boys had been punished enough and allowed them to return to regular classes. The boys were welcomed back by their peers, rejoining sports teams and resuming normal activities. Despite the national outrage, the boys remained model students, avoiding further trouble. Residents of Iran began to move on, but the internet chatter continued, with some never forgiving the boys. As the sun set over Iran, the town tried to put the incident behind them, hoping for a fresh start. In Iran, the drumming continues, a reminder of the town's passion for football and the complexities of small-town life.